All right. There are some schools, to be honest, that I would say do have a bad reputation. But, even though they have moved on to a different school, and I am finding that, and remember that there's always an opportunity to be promoted, all right, because people do see your hard work, people do see that you are an amazing teacher. And hi everyone, welcome back to Lizzie Everyday Living. I wanted to do a follow-up video to the one that I did earlier about behavior in the classroom in the UK. All right, now I want to say this. Not all schools do pose the same challenges in terms of behavior, student behavior. I would encourage Jamaican teachers to do their research, all right? Do their research and find out from other teachers who might be friends or teachers who they might be related to, and they can give you information about what it is like to maybe teach in specific schools. All right. There are some schools, to be honest, that I would say do have a bad reputation. But, even though there are challenges, there are some schools that have improved. In my situation, I have moved on to a different school, and I am finding that the behavior is way better. I cannot speak for the school that I was recruited initially to teach when I just arrived in the UK, but I had to get myself out of that situation, and definitely I'm finding it much better right now in the current school that I am now teaching. So, and I'm not going to comment any further on that. But as I said, you just need to do your research and find out what is best for you. The main reason for doing this follow-up is because I was reading the comment section in the last video that I did. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, about behavior in the classroom in the UK. And there was someone commenting on why I decided to stay, even though that there were so many challenges with behavior. All right. Now, there are a number of personal reasons why I decided to stay. Let's just say it had to do with some financial reasons. And so I was basically stuck between a rock and a hard place, so I could not go back to Jamaica. I had to be determined, I had to be resilient, and that's really one of the main reasons why I had to stay. All right. And not only that, there were certain family obligations that I really cannot discuss, but there are certain family obligations that I had to stick to. And it didn't have anything to do with just my immediate family, like my husband or my son. It had to do with my wider family, all right? My extended family, my mom, my dad, etc. All right? So it had nothing to do with me only personally as to why I decided to stay here. I wanted to really express that it's not a story of doom and gloom. All right? I don't want you guys to think that, as I said earlier, not all schools are the same. There are some amazing schools here, and there are some very lovely students. And I suppose for each scenario, each person, it will be different. And so I would never discourage anyone from coming here, giving it a try. And it can just be maybe similar to a school that you were teaching at when you were in Jamaica. All right. I suppose it's just how best you choose to deal with the challenges as they do arise. And I I just wanted to say as well, I'm just coming from work, and I've been reflecting on my day. It was a really good day. I it was a productive day, and I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling positive, and I do love my current job. All right. So just wanted to end by saying I'm in a better position right now, and I think I'll be remaining at this school for maybe until I retire. So, like in Jamaica, there are many teachers. And the moment you start teaching at a school, when you're young, maybe in your early 20s, you don't leave until you retire. All right. So pretty much I think I'm in a situation right now where I might be retiring at the school where I'm now located. Right. And remember that there's always an opportunity to be promoted. All right, because people do see your hard work, people do see that you are an amazing teacher, and you can be elevated from just being like a classroom teacher and promoted to maybe second in charge of a department, or being in charge, head of a department. And there are many teachers I know here as well who are even school principals and vice principals. So it can be a positive experience. And when you do get there, you feel that sense of self-actualization, as if you have arrived, you have achieved. And not only that, once you climb the ladder, you will find that in terms of classes and timetabling, your classes will be reduced. All right, because of course you have other responsibilities that you might have to fulfill, whole school or whole department. And of course you would need time outside of teaching to prepare whatever you need to, in order to make sure that you can be effective in the role to which you have been promoted. All right, so be encouraged. As I said, do your research, do your checks. If there's anyone who wants to reach out and ask me, as I said in my last video, any information, please reach out and I will assist as best as I can. All right, so until next time, this is Lizzie Everyday Living. Thanks for watching. Bye.